How does deforestation for urban planning play a role in shaping the future of agriculture?
For over 65 million years, man and nature lived in a balanced community. No one did harm to another, and there was peace in the land, the tree fostering all life on earth, providing all of Earth's inhabitants with oxygen, which man then turned into carbon dioxide, creating a cycle. However, within the past 100 years, the population of man has increased by broad amounts. Mankind has had to cut down trees in order to create space for themselves, disrupting the balance. Due to this, the earth suffers a terrible alter in its atmosphere and climate change.
Hello, my name is Hassan Mustafa and I'm here today with
Ayub Tawakkal.
and our partner Ali Sarfraz, who unfortunately couldn't make it here today.
Our topic is deforestation for urban planning, and in this video we will cover the definition of deforestation for urban planning, how it can affect agriculture now and in the future, how is it caused, what are its consequences, who is most affected by this, where is this issue most relevant, historical or cultural factors linked to this, possible action of governments, communities and organizations, recent studies or statistics linked to this, the role of media in forming the public understanding of this, and how this links to UN's Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, and how can we stop it.
Deforestation for urban planning is the process in which many trees are cut down in order to create space for us humans to build structures for our use. According to research taken out by the North Carolina Employment Security Commission (NCESC), an estimated 15 billion trees are cut down every year globally. In 2023, it was said that almost 42 million trees were cut down on a day.
This issue is most relevant in countries developing faster by the day. Countries including China, Brazil, and India are losing more and more acres of forest in order to build houses and structures for rising population.
With more trees being cut down every day, the rate of greenhouse gas emissions rises rapidly. These are harmful gases which get trapped in our atmosphere, heating our planet up, aiding climate change. Due to this, droughts become more common and we face extreme temperatures which heavily affect agricultural land. The soil quality will also be affected and less land will be available for crops. If this continues, the agricultural sector will face many hardships.
This issue is most relevant in countries developing faster by the day. Countries including China, Brazil, and India are losing more and more acres of forest in order to build houses and structures for rising population.
One main cause of this issue is due to loss of arable farming. Urban expansion is usually on land with great qualities which can be used for agriculture, reducing the amount of space for agriculture. As a consequence, we face a decline in the amount of crops produced each year due to crops having to be planted on land of lower quality.
Another cause of this issue is soil erosion. When trees are removed, the land it was placed on becomes unstable, leaving it vulnerable to erosion. As a result, we lose a lot of land full of nutrients, which leads to lower crop yields.
Fragmentation of agricultural land. This is when land used for agriculture is split up into smaller lands, and the majority of those smaller lands are then used for urban development. Due to this, farming will become less common and production of crops will have more demand, increasing prices.
At a local level, many Pakistani communities suffer from this. Many Pakistani communities rely heavily on agriculture for their survival. With agriculture being affected, their survival is at risk too. Globally, many farming communities and farmers are affected as well. Farmers have reduced crop yields, leading to less money earned or less food for their family. Farming communities face difficulties as their ability to be able to farm crops gets affected.
Key stakeholders in this issue would be farmers, communities relying on agriculture, and large industries. Farmers get less crop yields, communities relying on agriculture go through decreasing crop yields, and industries are the main cause of deforestation and urbanization.
Deforestation for urban planning has many historical factors. In ancient civilizations such as China and Japan, making wooden structures were very common. Trees were cut down and forests were replaced with wooden monasteries and temples. This took up a lot of space which could have been used for agriculture and a cause of climate change. Rooting back to 100 years ago,
the United Nations, alongside many environmentalist communities, are encouraging people to prevent deforestation as much as possible and advising people to make use of their land wisely to prevent lack of crop growth, which can cause food shortages, and deforestation, which can cause great environmental damage.
According to the Associated Press in South America, some states are trying to remove forests in order to expand their farmlands. Another study conducted by the United Nations shows that agriculture is one of the key causes of deforestation. It causes 90% of deforestation.
Social media platforms help spread public awareness of this issue due to many people specializing in this area uploading posts about this issue online. News reports also help by focusing on the environmental damage caused by this issue, and other news reports highlight the necessity of growing the economy, which creates differing options on this issue.
This issue relates to Sustainable Development Goals 2, Zero Hunger, and 15, Life on Land. If we can think of a solution to expand urban cities without cutting down trees, then we will be able to meet Sustainable Development Goal 15. If the solution were identified, then agriculture would not face any threats, which then could lead to agricultural field expanding, leading to more food for communities, potentially ending world hunger.
A good way that we can sustainably expand cities while keeping forest and agriculture sectors safe would be to practice agroforestry. Agroforestry is when people combine agriculture and forest. Doing this would mean that farmers can continue farming without any deforestation. If agriculture moved to areas where there are forests, then cities can expand on the empty lands that the farmers used to be in.
In our video, we have clearly identified the main causes of this issue and how we can solve it, as well as other things, such as key stakeholders and the history of the issue. This issue can be easily solved if we all do our part in helping. As a community, we must reduce the demand for wood, and we must create a compromise with nature to be able to live without cutting down trees.